Hello everyone, and welcome to Charmed Grammy Crochet. This is Charm Chatter number 147. I did check and make sure that I'm right because I think it's the first time all month. I'm Lynette, and I am your yarn host, as they say. Today is January 19th, 2021, and this will be Fun in 21, day 19. I did work today for the first time. I'm back to work for the first time since December 10th. So I've been, kind of practicing retirement, which I totally love retirement. Practice retirement is great. Real retirement will probably be better. But I got a ways to go for that. So it's late in the day here. I apologize for looking like shit, but I'm tired. I get up at 4. I left my house at 4:30. It is now, this morning, it is now 5 o'clock. I worked. I was on roulette, which I love doing roulette, but it was busy. Busy for someone that doesn't like, you come back to work, you're a little like, huh? So that's how I was at work. I'm like, huh? And I was sore. My body was killing me by like 8 o'clock. My body's like, what the hell? By 10 o'clock, I've taken Tylenol twice, and my joints and everything are saying, where's our comfy couch? I'm like, shut up. We have to work. So my body was knowing that I'm standing all day by the end of the day. But after the 2 doses of Tylenol, I was okay. And I had a pretty good day at work, actually. It was nice to be back, even though I prefer practice retirement. Let's be serious. So I'm a little giddy. I'm a little tired. I don't know if I told you, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. My husband gets up at 4:30, and so he always comes home and takes a nap, and he's napping in the room that's next. My bedroom is next to my yarn room, so I didn't want to film in there and take the chance of waking him up. Even though when I'm done with this, I might take a nap myself, which I never do. I never, ever nap, so I must really be tired if that thought is even crossing my mind. But I do have to say, I have Fun in 21, day 19, with my Advent swap with Madonna. If you are a first-time viewer and you like what you see, please subscribe. But I'm just going to tell you, if you don't know what Fun in 21 is, Madonna and I did a Advent calendar swap for Christmas, and my box was delayed. I think they thought it had COVID, and it had to quarantine for like 3 or 4 weeks. So it didn't come till after Christmas. So we're doing Fun in 21 instead of an Advent Christmas thing. So if you want to see Madonna's, I will have her channel linked below, and you can see what she received for Christmas. And I did open this because I started this video and then I decided to remake it. So I have opened it, and I totally love it. Do you want to see? Do you want to see what I got? Look at this beautiful blue metallic red heart with love. It is so soft. It's a number 4 weight acrylic. I know you can see the sparkles in there. Aren't they gorgeous? It's soft. It's beautiful. It's scarfable, as some people say. The color is called Royal Real. Now, I don't know why Real Royal would make more sense, but it's Royal. And I totally love it. It's beautiful. So thank you so much, Madonna. This will go with my sparkle yarn collection. Maybe one day I'll make a sparkle blanket. That would be fun. I have several colors of sparkle yarn. Not really ever finding the bestest project for them. But I like this. So if you want to hear a funny story, I got to work today and I forgot my combination to my lock. Good news is I leave my locker unlocked when I leave work. I thought I remembered the combination, but I wasn't sure. So I put my purse, or not my purse, I don't take a purse to work, but I put my coat in my locker because the locker wasn't locked, and I took the locker off of the locker and locked it, and I played with my locker combination for 15 minutes and cannot get it unlocked. So good thing is there was nothing locked in my locker, but if anybody wants a very cool looking purple master combination lock that does not open, just let me know. I did have to stop after work. I went to Dad's and then I had to stop and buy a new lock. And this time I decided, since I'm obviously not too smart, I bought one with keys. So that's my shopping haul today. And I got to work early, and I worked on Amanda's beach cover-up this morning. I worked on it some yesterday too, but I worked on it a little this morning. So it doesn't look like it's getting very tall. But, you know, it's that stitch that you got to block, and then it goes like, whoa, way bigger. So I just keep telling myself it's really way bigger. But I am enjoying it and enjoying the way it's getting done. And this is Cotton Fair. And I don't remember the color. I didn't bring that yarn ball over, but I think it's called Americana. It's red, white, and blue. It's a number 2 cotton yarn. And I'm using a 4mm purple clover. Love purple. And it is living in this little, you're supposed to pull the yarn through, but when I changed ball, I pulled it through for the first ball, and on my second ball, when I had it tie in my ends, or, you know, add the second ball, I had to put it through. But it's, this is, you know, the little, I don't know what you call this. I'm going to call it a project jug. So it's in my project jug. And then I started making another one of my Make 9s that Mama Swift gave me. She picked for me. I picked some for her. So she's doing 2 Make 9s plus 1 because I gave her 10 by accident. And she liked them all, I guess, and decided she would do them all anyway. Plus she is doing this with somebody else as well. She, you know, had somebody else pick them. So anyway, long story short, one of the projects is a basket. And it calls for a 5 bulky yarn, but I had this 6 stuff right here. I think it's called Racetrack or Fast Track or some kind of track. It's a Lion brand yarn. And I had this in 2 colors. I have it in this like royal blue, and then I have it in a yellow. I bought this at the outlet mall. We happened to be in New Jersey, like an hour and a half away from the outlet mall. So we went there. I had so much fun. This, I think it was before I even had my YouTube channel that we were there. And so I bought this just to try it. And it's not really yarn like fiber threads. This reminds me of, to be honest with you, good Lord, I'm tired. Shoestrings. I mean, it's this, look at that. Focus, focus, come on. And it's thin. So it's chained. I wish it would focus. Let me see if I can put this behind it. Maybe it'll focus. Okay, there. See, it's all chain. And it's just like a shoestring. And it's got some stretch to it. If you see the, like in the whole thing, you stretches a lot. But it's supposed to be a 6. And you're supposed to use a 9mm, very bright, cool looking, because I like bright colors, very bright, cool looking clover 9mm hook. I mean, you don't have to use the very bright, cool looking clover 9mm hook, but it helps because it's very cool looking. So the pattern, I didn't, because it called for 5 and I have 6, I didn't know how much yarn I would actually need. I didn't know if I'd have enough of just this bright blue. And as you can see, my house is kind of this, it's called antique white, but I'm telling you, it does not look white to me at all. It looks like it's a very pale yellow. I love it because yellow is one of my favorite colors. So I have this in blue and I have this in yellow, and I thought I'll do the bottom in blue, and then I'll do the sides in yellow if I don't have enough blue. And you're supposed to make this in 2 pieces. First, you're supposed to make the sides, and then you make the bottom. But because, like, what difference does it make what order you make them in, right? And I wasn't sure how far the blue yarn would go, because even if I went up the sides a little bit in the blue, that would be kind of cool too. So maybe that's what I would do if I had just a little bit of blue left. I would do it so that the bottom of the thing would be blue, bottom of the sides would be blue, and then the top would be yellow. I thought that would be fun. So I started with the bottom, and this is a Lion brand. I'm pretty sure it's a Lion brand pattern, but I'll link it. I can't remember what it's called. Just some little basket. And it's oblong, you know, a rectangular. So you crochet 28, chain 28, and then turn and single crochet across for the bottom. So you have 27 stitches, and then you make it 5 inches long. Well, my yarn and hook at 27 crochets is 12 inches long, so I made it 7 inches wide instead of 5. If I'm 2 inches longer, 2 inches wider, then I got the same proportions. And I think I figure it'll work out. So I get the bottom made, and it says don't cut your yarn, don't fasten off, because when you sew the sides on, it's one piece and you sew it on all at one time, so you'll still use this yarn. Okay, so I make the bottom and I set it aside, and I'm going to make the sides. And so now I have to determine, I have this much yarn left. Can I make all the sides out of this? Do I want to cut it and just leave a long tail for sewing in? I'm like, I'm not sure. So I read the pattern. I'm like, let me see where the pattern's going to go. Maybe I'll start it in the yellow, or maybe I'll cut the yarn. Like, I'm not really sure what I want to do. So I start reading the pattern, and the first thing it says is make 1 piece. You make this in, it says sides, make in 1 piece. And it says it says chain 18, single crochet, turn, single crochet all the way down, you know, back, for a total of 17 stitches, and do that, and, you know, do the single crochet until it's 5 inches long. I don't understand how this is supposed to help me do anything. You make 1 piece. When it's 5 inches long, then the basket's going to be adorable. When it's 5 inches long, then you crochet in like one of the back or front, I don't know, loop only, I don't remember, and you're going to make a flap. So you're going to crochet in just one of the loops, and then you're going to fold that. Eventually that part will fold down, and so you have like a you know, it's going to flap over, but it's going to do it intentionally where you want it to, and so it looks really cute. But you single crochet, you're only chaining 18. I don't have one side of my blanket or my basket that's 18, let alone all 4 sides of the basket, if I'm making 1 piece. And so then I thought, well, maybe it should be, you know, 118, but 27 and 27 is 54, and I have 9 on either end, you know, on the short ends, because I have 9 rows, but they never tell you specifically how many rows you're supposed to have. So even if I have 2 extra or 3 extra, it's still not, it's not going to be 100, it's not going to, it doesn't add up. The bottom line is, single, or chaining 18 and having 17 single crochets across 5 inches tall isn't even covering one side of my basket. So I was confused. So I just decided that I would just make the sides already attached to the basket. So I made the bottom, now I'm going to crochet up the sides. So I single crocheted in the front loop, the one facing me, so that the side will sit like on, you know, so it'll be a nice square. I don't know if you can tell with the blue, but like, so it'll be a side, like, you know, like that. So that's, and then I wasn't quite sure how to do the corners, so I like fiddled around with those a little bit, and what I've decided is that I'm going to, there's like 9 stitches. I made 9 stitches across the bottom, so 9 stitches here, and there's 27 stitches down each side, so, or long side. So I was gonna, like, I was doing single crochet, chain 1, single crochet for the corner, but that, it was laying flat, that wasn't working. So I just decided, and so far so good, I've got 2 rows like this. Where this is my single crochet. So this is the chain, this from here to here is my 9 stitches, I should be, and then I'm chain, and the chain is the corner. So this still, this side, the short side still have 9 stitches, the long side still have 27 stitches. They are not growing wider, or they're just gonna grow taller. So the chain space allows you to make that corner without pulling it in or making it lay flat. That's my assumption. That's what is kind of working. So that's what I'm going with. And we'll do that and see how well that turns out. If it turns out good, yay. I mean, it's doing really well on the one corner, the one side. The other side is not as good. It's not laying as flat on one side, but I think as I build up the sides, it will. So I'm going to build up the sides to be 5 inches, or maybe taller. I don't know, because I made the bottom is bigger, but I still think 5 inches ish. I'll use my tape measure and see if I like it at 5 inches. And then I will do whatever it says that you're supposed to do in the next row and the next row after you get it 5 inches. I'll still do that. I'll just do it while it's already attached to the bottom. So I'm going to still follow the pattern. So Trisha did say to me the other day that to her, patterns are more like a guideline. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using it as a guideline. I'm going to throw her terms back at her. And so when she says, no, you didn't follow the pattern, it was just a guideline. Right? So that's what we're doing. We're using it as a guide, and I'm going to make my basket kind of my own way and still claim it as a make 5 or 9 or whatever, and see how that goes. I think it'll be okay, because obviously chaining 18 is doing nothing for me. So that's what I'm doing with the basket. I will link it, and if you want to go to it and read it and then come back to me in the comments and say, you goofball, it was supposed to be like this, and I'll be like, okay, so Trish was right and I'm a goofball. Doesn't matter. I'm still going to do it this way and see how it goes. But that's all I got for you today, guys. Tomorrow, hopefully I will not be a little bit screwballed in the head, but I'm kind of tired. I can see him in my camera. My eyes are all bloodshot. It's been a long day. You know, you be off for a while and then go back to work. It's a long day. So hopefully tomorrow will just be a normal day at back to work instead of a long day of back to work, right? And then I'm off. They only scheduled me 2 days instead of my normal 3, so that I can rest. I'll need it, I think. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow with day 20 of Fun in 21. And I'll see you then. Happy hooking. Bye.